What's up, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to our all-new Let's Play of Rome 2 Total War. Sadly, it has been a little over a week since I have last played, so we are going to roam around the map and basically take a look at where we stand. If I press tab, you can see that we have an enemy navy, an enemy admiral, I should say, from Sweeby. And of course, they are protecting a lot of this coastline. Of course, we do have a, a Roman admiral down here as well. And most of our legions are formally consolidated inside southern France. And I believe from last week, we are still going to go ahead and push towards all of these northern provinces as well. Now, Now, looking back at some of these areas in Cisalpina, we have two legions. We have Domino's Legion, who is still replenishing, and of course, we have Arcana's Legion, who is still replenishing as well. But I'm curious, we still can't do our fortified stance. But at least in the next turn, we're going to go ahead and get a lot of our replenishment back up and running. I am looking around the map. Basically, we have a lot of unrest in Tarraconensis. And Carthagenesis has a public order of 0. Actually, a lot of unrest and public order penalties. But I believe next turn, our culture should eventually take prevalence. And, of course, the provincial instability will decline. Looking at Baeshiqa, we are doing a lot of economic development, building up the wine shops and the cattle traders. And the only reason why is because our public order is high enough to exploit that. I'm making around 8,600 ducats a turn, which is not nearly as good as what I was making, I believe, last week. I think at one point I was making 14,000. Looks like one technology is about to be unlocked, tactical drills, giving us more melee attack, melee defense, and charge bonus for all units. That's going to be nice. But at least we're going to be making our way towards strategic maneuvers, getting 20% shots per minute. Battle run speed, and we are going to be getting a lot of additional bonuses. Now, I don't necessarily know if I really need strategic maneuvers just yet when I could focus on things like the economy, but we'll see what it is. Okay, I believe we looted the province of Ogdurin. I think eventually I'm going to go to Korea, but remember, Arcana's Legion is still replenishing. Alright, Saints Legion is going to crawl up just a tad, and I want to go and have at least 50% left, and you'll see why in a moment. Oh, it's neat. Okay, if I hold my right mouse button, it'll tell me exactly how far we're going to go. So we're going to creep up just a tad and then go to a fortified stance. Now, I don't think we're going to get attacked, but if we do, we're going to at least be prepared. Looking at Boogie's Legion, we are going to make our way over. And we forgot to improve all of these building provinces. We don't really have much money. But let's go ahead, build ourselves a city. Let's go ahead. I don't even know if we really need to worry about the Field of Mars or anything like that. So let's just get 3 public forums, and now we're out of money. So surprisingly enough, we just had enough money. Moving all of our legions just a tad bit closer. I could actually go ahead and do a forced march on Boogie's Legion. And we are still waiting for this legion that does not have a name. Let's go into details, and I am literally just going to name you, I don't know, Jeff's Legion. I have no idea why. I know a friend named Jeff, and that's all I'm going to do. And I probably spelled his name wrong. Alright, Jeff's Legion is making his way over. Are you actually forced marched? No. So let's go ahead and force march you. And now all 5 of our legions are basically where they need to be. Whitlow's Legion. I would like to switch Jeff's Legion and Whitlow's Legion around. Don't think I need to do it just yet. I am going to press tab to make sure I don't have any other legions where they should not be. In fact, this admiral can probably move away from that area. We're going to make our way down here. I think the winds of Taranis are eventually going to wither away, because they are the Arverni, and they basically don't exist anymore. This fleet can make its way closer and closer to the eastern side of Italy. Now, I don't think we're going to be dealing with too many battles on that end. But just in case, looking at our legions down here in Egypt, or actually, I guess this is not really Egypt at all. This is Libya. Well, I think they're fine. Let's end this turn. And then, of course, our technology will finish on up. And one thing I do want to do is I want to switch out Jeff's Legion and Whitlow's Legion just to make things a little bit more interesting and, you know, for the sake of role-playing. Whitlow's Legion, I believe, is filled with a lot of very powerful soldiers, Slums and Noria. And that's fine because I don't really own this. I looted it and I ran away. And now Arcana's Legion is definitely trying to get a little bit more powerful once again. And I think what I'm going to do is let's fortify Arcana's Legion. So they will basically get a little bit more replenishment. I see that our technology has finished on up. We now have we now have tactical drills. We already unlocked improved defensive artillery. I could make my way up to get a blacksmith and then other things that we don't really need, like a field engineer's workshop. I mean, don't get me wrong, they're good, I just don't need them. I could get more wealth from agriculture. In fact, our money is going further and further down. You would think it would go the opposite direction. And it's probably because it's winter. I think what I'm going to do... Minus 10% provincial capital and minor settlement main chain construction costs. That seems nice. But I think what I want more is to go into fired brick and then improved plumbing. So we are in the middle of winter. I don't know if we're going to do any sieges just yet, but as I said, I'm going to take Jeff's Legion and Whitlow's Legion, and I'm going to switch these guys around. Let's actually put you in a normal stance. And Whitlow's Legion, and of course we are going to take Boogie's Legion and put him into a regular stance. So Roman's Legion's going to make his way into Nemosis. We are trespassing, that's fine. I don't think I don't even know if they have units here, so I don't think that matters. I'm going to send General Hux's Legion. I'm not going to declare on this turn because we're in the middle of winter, unless we take attrition, but I don't think we will. Gabrielica's Legion going to make its way to Lemonium. And Boogie's Legion going to make its way to Lemonium. Can we move Whitlow's Legion any farther? We could do a forced march. And then we definitely will be able to, you know, keep pushing. And I get that we're in the middle of winter, and I said that I wasn't going to do any invasions, but I guess I lied. So let's declare our war. The Sweeby are going to join in, and that's fine by me. We are going to go ahead and auto-resolve because they don't have an army here. And they have been taken care of. I could probably move my navy on up as well. I don't really want to loot. I think I'm just going to occupy. Did anybody level up at all? No. Roman's Legion and General Hux's Legion both did not level up. We have 3 legions against one that I don't even think is really that well equipped. So if we go ahead and declare our war... Yeah, they definitely don't really have the most powerful units. Levy Freeman, oh my goodness. So let's go ahead and do a balanced stance. I don't think we're going to lose any units at all. And now we own the entire province of Aquitania. And we are going to occupy. We have increased in rank of 2 people. Boogie's Legion has leveled up. And I believe, much like before, we're going to do formidable fighters rather than accomplished skirmishers. And I think you'll see why in just a moment. Well, sadly, we do still have artillery, so we have the same format as all the others. Let's go ahead and upgrade to giving you more authority. This is Gabrielica's Legion. And now we can go ahead and basically destroy all of these things and repair some of these. Looks like I can now get a trench mine. Wealth from mining in all regions has been improved, and I would really like this town blacksmith. So I guess I'm going to destroy it altogether. And I said I wasn't going to do this, but I lied. My #1 goal is to get the blacksmith. It's only going to take 1 turn. It's burning oil, and I am going to build that up next turn. Now, I also think in Burgadalia, we're going to want some sort of really powerful dockyard. So we are going to be getting a shipwright. And we could take... It is the middle of winter, so I'm a little concerned, but we are going to be moving up our navy just a tad. We're not making as much money as I would like, but looking at Saints Legion, we're going to put you into a regular stance, and once again, only taking you up to about halfway, and still following the road. And what we'll do is now fortify. Oh, we are not in our territory. Well, I guess we'll have to conquer it. Okay, so we are in the middle of winter. Arcana's Legion is basically replenishing. And let's end this turn. Get ourselves a blacksmith. Okay. The Sweebies should definitely be on the retreat. And it's kind of funny, we haven't necessarily even invaded Egypt yet, despite having so much extra income. Alright, research has been complete, Siege 1. So now that we have access to... Ooh, sadly, one of our units died, and it's going to cost money to replace you. So now that we have access to a blacksmith, what I'm going to do is go to Limonium here, and go ahead and build ourselves better weapons for all provinces. Well, let's get a meeting place, let's get a farm, and I guess once again we are going to get a meeting place. Going back into construction, we are going to finally finish up the fired brick, and I'm wondering, this used to be somewhat researched, I guess it went away altogether, which is sad. Burgadalia can get a civil colony. Let's go ahead and get a library. We are going to want a wine trader, and we are going to want a cattle trader as well to sell our goods. So, sadly, the public order is still on the rise in Terrakinesis, but in Carthagenesis, it is finally dissipating. Let's look at some of these other areas. Yep, definitely doing fine. And I'm curious, I might as well try to destroy these Arverni. All they're doing is raiding. They would have died on their own. But it's just a little frustrating seeing them raid our shores. I just love how beautiful these graphics are. And the game is so cheap. Did we lose somebody? We lost a fire pot unit. How is that possible? Let's go ahead and just let's enslave the captives. How did we lose a unit, though? I was not expecting that. And for the sake of simplicity, we're going to move... I was going to put this admiral inside an actual, a harbor to go ahead and fix up some of this unrest, but I don't think that's necessary. Alright, we've got 22,000 coin. We can continue to keep pushing. In fact, I think that's exactly what I'll do, and I don't even know if I need to be in a regular stance anymore. Now that we have 3 units here, I could eventually take Okdurin. In fact, I think I might do that now. Taking over Saints Legion, moving over General Hux's Legion, and of course we are going to be moving over Roman Legion, who is not where he needs to be. Okdurin is now going to be mine once again, and I guess I can repair... let's just destroy everything. I could... no, we'll destroy you. Well... what is this? It's a field. Let's just go ahead and repair. And I guess we can try to repair... let's convert you to a civil town. We are going to be taking Korea and Noria in time, but not now. I'd like to keep Saints Legion where it's at. So Roman's Legion is out of movement, and in fact, both of these units are. So that's not good. We have some public order bonuses. Are we in a war with either of these guys? Not really. So Gabrielica's Legion is going to force march all the way back to Nemesis, whereas Boogie's and Whitlow's Legion is going to go into Lemonium, and we also have Boogie's Legion going to be moving on up to preferably into a fortified stance. Alright, we've got 19,000 coin. I'd like to go ahead and utilize that. In fact, the public order is going in the right direction. The cultural details, cultural description's going in the right way too. I see that we're still losing public order, which is not great. And I'm guessing it's because of the provincial instability and our cultural differences, which are both going to change. Do we need a better armorer? Not really, but I think we're going to do it anyway. And all we really do is lose food while we're making more money. And I guess we can go ahead and get a herding ground and an amphora maker. Make a lot more coin from this particular province. Speaking of coin, I've got very little of it. So what I'm going to need to do is continue to conquer things. And grow our economy. You know, it seems like we were making a better return on investment in the early game, which we were. And sadly, everything is just so expensive, our return on investment is not great. Let's go ahead and give you some authority, and I think we're done. I really want to do an actual battle, and I feel like we're going to do that inside the province in northern France. I wish I could move around on my screen, but I can't. Ooh, no thank you. Let's go ahead and do an auto-resolve. I wish we didn't even have these units here. I wish we could sack the city, or not sack it, but loot the city and leave, but I guess it's still occupied. But these garrisons don't matter. And I wonder what those were. Were they rebels? Yes, they were. Rebels have taken the city, and will probably repair it for me. Military sabotage. I am going to stop the adoption, because if one of our characters gets adopted, that's not good. We've been sabotaged. That's not good either. I wonder if I should recruit a spy. I really don't use any of these dignitaries when I should be. Let's go ahead and build up a spy. Let's go ahead and build a dignitary inside Italia. You are not a dignitary. It's going to cost a lot of money, but it should be worth it. The next one should be inside Carthage. Another... no candidates are available. That's sad. Well, we're now making 8,049 ducats a month. I guess I should say coin or denarii. This can be an actual farm. Whereas this can be a meeting place. Now, I am gonna... if there was a garrison here, I would probably do a real, actual battle. But there isn't, so there's no point in doing one. But now we've taken a brand new city, and in fact, this is actually a very powerful province. Increase in rank. Are we able to reach this area? If we can, we might even... General Hux might even go ahead and do a battle. Ooh. These aren't good units at all. So we're going to do an auto-resolve. And the Sweeby are absolutely getting annihilated, which is good to see. And we've taken another province. Sadly, we took a lot of damage there. And we did not lose a single unit, which I'm happy to announce. If I had another Legion, I would go into Korea. And in fact, I could probably take Saint's Legion and move him on this direction. And I feel like Arcana's Legion is going to stay for now. Looking around the map, we are not in a war with either of those provinces, but maybe we should be. You're going to go up. Boogie's Legion can reach this. No, it can't. What if I did this? And what if I did this? We're going to declare war on both of those provinces. Now, I have Jeff's Legion here, and of course I have Gabrielica's Legion. So what I'm going to do Gabrielica's Legion is currently forced marched. You're going to make your way on up to here. Whereas Roman's Legion, can he move? No, Roman's Legion just took the well, I don't know, that doesn't make sense. Yes, he did. We just took the province. And I feel like what I'm going to do is Vesonito here is going to be a military province. Where is Vesonito? Inside Germania Minor. In fact, I guess both of these areas could be military provinces. I don't know if it matters. Let's go ahead and destroy everything, because we can, and then rebuild them later to something in our culture. If I had more money, I would definitely do it more efficiently. So both of these provinces are going to be mine next turn. We're not necessarily dealing with a lot of public unrest. I mean, we are, don't get me wrong. But let's take Jeff's Legion and force march you to Nemesis, and then we'll probably go to Limonium next turn. So we're going from -9, probably to a positive... Ooh, -1. Still going down. Probably should have left you where you were. But let's end this turn. It looks like people have leveled up, which is quite nice. Roman's Legion, giving you a better authority general, and General Hux's Legion, which I can't seem to click. Let's give you better recruitment cost and authority. That's going to be nice. Now, sadly, like I said, General Hux's Legion is incredibly damaged, so it is going to take some time to replenish itself. And that's fine. Can we go ahead and change this now? No, we can't. We need a lot more money. And it's kind of crazy. Like, we were making so much extra income, like 16,000, and we haven't really produced any more units as far as I know. I mean, maybe we have. I'm just, you know, being naive. But we have better units, which cost more money, but I didn't think that would make much of a big difference. You know, enough to go from 14,000 coin to 6,000. Military sabotage again. So now that I have my actual spy, can I put more than one unit inside an army? No, I cannot, because right now we have an actual champion. So my spy is going to be here for now. I am making 8,302 ducats a turn. Let's go ahead and move Jeff's Legion. If we did a normal stance, we would not be able to arrive in the Limonium. Now, we're in the middle of fall, so if we are going to take both of these cities, now would be the best time to do it. So we're going to take Whitlow's Legion, move him on over, and actually, let's get away from both of these people for now. And then we're going to declare war. And they only have one province, so that means these units are going to wither away and die, so that's awesome. Now I don't need to worry about them from their lack of supply and their lack of food. Let's occupy the town. Let's go ahead and build up... we are going to want a port. Ooh, which we can't... That's weird. What am I looking at? I'm looking at this area, that's why. Well, let's go ahead and take... Ooh, we're being raided. Let's go ahead and take out this city. We're going to declare as well. And I think we can win if we auto-resolve. We're going to lose a lot of troops, but that's fine by me. Alright, we now own all 3 provinces in this area. We lost a unit inside Boogie's Legion. We're going to have to rebuild that in time. So now what I plan to do, let's destroy all of these buildings. I would love to get a dockyard again. You're going to get destroyed. You're going to get destroyed. I have 14,000 coins, so let's go ahead and build you into a civil settlement. You will become a civil colonia. You are going to become a Field of Mars, a workshop, and I guess a public forum for a library. So this unit is going to wither away. It's either going to attack me and get slaughtered, or it's going to just walk around here, and it's going to act like I'm going to get attacked, but it's going to just wither away. And if they do try to, you know, run past us, I'll strike at them. Now, I see General Hux's Legion is still finally replenishing. I would like to put Gabrielica's Legion inside. And now on a normal stance. So Roman's Legion is probably going to make its way on over. And Saints Legion can now take Korea. Let's go ahead and auto-resolve. I believe these are rebels. Oh, maybe not. So we're now moving into Austria and Lower Germany. Saints Legion has reached level 3. So I guess what we're going to do is have Inexorable Conquerors, giving more weapon damage and more missile damage. I'm going to leave Arcana's Legion there for now. I would like to take this province, but I think we are growing a little bit too overconfident. Let's worry about our economic development and our, what's the word I'm looking for? We want to remove some of this, public order penalties. And like I said, it should go away. The provincial instability is a lot more negative than positive. So basically, if we got this -9 and we flip it over to 0, we're going to be having +5 public order, and that'll eventually bring us to 100. Same thing with the cultural differences. I'm not really worried. I don't need to put units here. It's just it's more of a time thing. Okay, I would love to obviously go ahead. Well, now I'm making a lot more public order, so I think what I'm going to do is build a trader here, a trader there. I would love to get trading ports. Now I'm out of money. What can I do to make more money? And it's kind of funny, like, we were making 8,000 coin. As far as I know, I didn't build any units. But we're now losing more money than we were making. And maybe we're being raided or something, or maybe all of this money is being used to, rebuild our troops. Because it obviously would not be free. Let's go ahead and build up a Field of Mars. Let's get a workshop. We're probably going to build a public forum and a consecrated ground. We have -19 public order. And I wonder, I see this guy, if I put you on a normal stance, and I move you just a tad bit closer, I get that I'm not making as much replenishment, but I think I'm going to take Noria next turn, assuming that these public order penalties aren't that bad. I see Domino's Legion is here. I would like this to go to Octuran for now. And we'll end our turn. Gaius has been leveled up. You're not Gaius. Boogie's Legion, who definitely needs to get more health. So hopefully we don't get attacked, and if we do, we'll obviously respawn. Let's end this turn. A non-aggression pact. No thank you. It's kind of funny. There's definitely a lot more, cities and, I want to say countries, but they're obviously not countries. A lot more, different factions that exist. There's a lot less factions, but for some reason, it's still taking quite a long time. And Nemantes is most likely who has been poisoned. So Arcana's Legion was not poisoned, but maybe they were, because they have a lot less units. Let's go and try to take the city. I know it's the middle of winter. I get that they have an army now, but I think we can do it without taking any losses. And if we do, we'll rebuild them. So we're about to take Noria, and other than actually looting the I lost a unit. Other than actually looting the project, the city, province is what I was trying to say. What I think I'm going to do is start worrying about building up the economy here. This can be destroyed. This can be destroyed. You can come way over here. And I guess I'm finally going to end this episode. So thank you for joining me. Hope you all have an awesome day. I will see you in our next adventure.